The Business Review brings you top financial news developments, influencing financial markets, international currencies, commodities, global commerce, tourism, and other economic events from around the globe.
The French village of Mougève had hoped to soon welcome back skiers to Mont Blanc, Western Europe's highest mountain, as the government announced a gradual easing of the second nationwide COVID-19 lockdown. But after President Emmanuel Macron revealed that ski resorts, whose peak season is set to start in a few weeks, have to remain closed until at least January 20th, residents and business owners of the Alpine village felt left out in the cold. Macron announced a phased easing of France's COVID-19 lockdown that will allow non-essential shops to reopen from November 28th and force cinemas, museums and theatres to welcome back visitors from December 15th. But he said that it was impossible to envisage reopening ski slopes for the holidays and that he preferred instead to reopen them during January alongside restaurants and bars. The problem for the resorts and the hotels, restaurants and other area businesses that count on them for an influx of customers is that the ski season, which heavily depends on steady snowfall between mid-December and March, is short. Businesses will then have little time to claw back lost revenue. Ski resorts in Austria, Italy, Switzerland and Slovenia have also seen businesses badly hit by the COVID-19 epidemic. Winter sports instructors will also be hurt by the measures, with operations said to be slashed by 30 to 40% in the winter, said ski school director Pierre Dumonvier. The measures are unsustainable, he said, and it adds up to the already dire situation after last year, when the season was shortened because of France's first lockdown from March to May. Visitors will still be able to come to France's alpine resorts, but with the ski lifts ordered to stay shut, there is little to draw them there, said David Luscourans, a cafe owner in Mougève.
The 2020 World 5G Convention opened in South China's Guangzhou city, gathering global experts and scholars as well as business executives. The convention was jointly sponsored by the Guangdong Government Provincial Center, National Development and Reform Commission of China, Ministry of Science and Technology, and Ministry of Industry and Information of the Government of China. Launched in 2019 in Beijing, the convention is the world's first international event in the 5G field. It draws important and influential scientists in the global information and communication field in China for the 5G service providers and 5G industry application providers to exchange views on cutting-edge technologies, industry trends, and innovative applications. The convention fully reflects the traction of 5G in the world's new economic form and highlights the promotions and upgrading of traditional industries and new smartly benefited digital life. During the convention, an exhibition with a floor space of about 12,000 square meters was put up. It demonstrated 5G applications in family life, healthcare, social communication, education, entertainment, transportation, production, and manufacturing, among others. As one of the organizers of the event, the Guangdong province has been active in promoting the development of this industrial application. The capital city of the province, Guangzhou, and one of the first 5G pilot cities, attaches great importance to seizing the opportunity for rapid development of 5G, accelerating the cultivation of new business types, new economies, and new dynamics, and creating momentum for science and technology to provide important support for the city to realize the goal of Old City, New Vitality.
The Hong Kong Special Administrative Region government will launch schemes to encourage enterprises with operation in both Hong Kong and the Greater Bay Area to recruit 2,000 local university graduates to work in the mainland cities of the GPA. During a press conference held after her annual policy address, Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, Carrie Lam, briefed the media on the scheme that promotes employment of Hong Kong youth in the Greater Bay Area. Lam said that she has put forward two schemes from the youth perspective. One is the employment scheme for youths in the GBA, and the other is the entrepreneurship plan for youths in the GBA. As to the former one, we will provide 2,000 jobs involving some companies in Hong Kong and some companies in the mainland that have branches in Hong Kong. She added that the positions also cover some companies in the mainland cities of the Greater Bay Area, such as Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Fushan, and Zhojiang. Those companies can recruit some youths from Hong Kong to work in the Greater Bay Area, especially college graduates this year. Lam added that they will offer subsidies for employees of the 2,000 newly created jobs. Each employee can enjoy a monthly subsidy of more than $1,290 for 18 months. As some young people prefer to start their own businesses instead of working for others, Lam said that a scheme for those people will be implemented in the future. However, the plan is currently affected by the strict customs control measures between Hong Kong and the mainland amid the COVID-19 crisis. She said when the customs between Hong Kong and the mainland is reopened, they will grant $12.9 million to the scheme so that some young people can start their businesses in the mainland cities of the Greater Bay Area. The Guangdong provincial government and the mainland cities of the GBA have voiced their support for this plan, and some entrepreneurship and innovation centers have been set up, such as the Kianghei Shenzhen Hong Kong Youth Innovation and Entrepreneurship Hub. So the young people joining the plan can start their own businesses in the mainland cities of the GBA. The Greater Bay Area is an important opportunity for Hong Kong to develop its economy and improve people's livelihoods, said Lam, adding that more plans will be launched in the future.
Pre-filled syringe maker Apiject Systems Corporation was approved by the U.S. government for a $590 million loan to make single-dose injectors that are capable of delivering nearly all leading COVID-19 vaccine candidates. The loan is part of the Trump administration's initiatives to bolster the country's ability to produce drugs and pharmaceutical raw materials. The privately held company said it would build a facility in North Carolina capable of producing up to 3 billion single-dose pre-filled injectors annually. The facility will support vaccine candidates that require standard cold storage or ultra-cold storage down to minus 70 degrees Celsius. The loan from the U.S. International Development Fund Finance Corporation will finance 75% of the project's capital costs, with the remaining coming from a capital raise led by the U.S. investment bank Jefferies Financial Group. In June, glassmaker Corning Inc. said that it would receive $204 million from the U.S. government to boost the manufacturing capacity of its vials that will be used to store coronavirus vaccines and treatments. Billions of vials will be needed for vaccines of the new coronavirus, with world leaders looking towards treatments as a way to reopen stalled economies. Corning said it will provide priority access of its vials to companies that have tied up with Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority, BARDA, for developing treatments and vaccines. The funding from BARDA will go towards scaling up production of the company's Valoglass, which is designed to minimize contamination and could potentially speed up the manufacturing processes. Earlier this month, drug companies Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna reported data from the late-stage COVID-19 vaccine trials that showed more than 90% efficacy. Pfizer applied to U.S. health regulators on November the 20th for emergency use authorization of its COVID vaccine, the first such application in a major step towards providing protection against the new coronavirus.
This brings us to the end of this episode of the Business Review. We hope to see you again tomorrow with news of stock markets, economic conferences, commodities, currencies, regional and international financial news, and much more.